Greetings, travelers, and welcome back. So today's episode is a little bit different. We're not going to be playing in the regular mod pack on the whitelisted server. We are going to be doing some dev work today. And I've worked a bit since the last tour, but today we're just going to work on some building and decorating. So one of the things that I did, and one of the things I got to do with this gate is I've noticed if I don't leave it open, you guys aren't getting in. Well, I mean, I guess you could fly over the wall, because by the time you get to this point, ideally with the quest line, once this is released, you'll have flight more likely. You probably have flight long before you get to this point. But as you can see, many more people have moved in, as I put it. Got the houses in, got the major buildings in. That's still a work in progress, trying to decide exactly how I want to do that piece in between, because it's, you know, like the main citadel, castle, whatever. You know, we go over here, you'll see that it is pretty much just a facade right now. The reason this is here is because the plan is, and you'll have to forgive the fog, we are in, well, effectively we are in a coal area. It's officially called the Misty Mountains. If you look on the map, I'm actually not at the exact point. At the time I first started this, that point for whatever reason wasn't showing up, so I just kind of made a best guess, and I was trying to keep it away from an area that's for part of the default map, so I just picked over here. But it's a cold biome, which is the issue. Gets to be a problem when I am trying to build and the ground is covered with snow. Once you guys get this, that will be the case. There will be snow everywhere. But what I've done so far, and you can see it if you're on the map, there is clear glass covering the entire thing. And it's at build height, so it's pretty far up. And it's done in a way, yeah, I did clear glass because I didn't want to see it. Plus I wanted it to be light down here, and if I did a big giant sheet of, say, stone, not only would it be a big dark square in the sky, but it'd be dark down here all the time. Just didn't want that. So part of what I've been working on is, now that pretty much the build part is complete, now I'm working on the details, the decoration. As you can see, there's fires everywhere. Been working on getting netherrack placed randomly and lighting it with the safety match, courtesy of Draconic Evolution. One of the items that I had personally requested, because let's be honest, guys, you build this awesome building using wood and brick and stone, and then you put in a fireplace, and then you put the fire in, you go off and you build something else, and you come back and half your structure is gone. Yeah, happened more than once to me. So the alternative was talking to Brandon to find a way to make it so that I could put fire without worrying about burning, and the safety match was born. So he did, actually, so that you guys, there is a recipe if you want to create the safety match. You can also do a book of matches, so you could use it in your own world for when you're building. And that was because, you know, again, you want to build a cool structure, you don't have to worry about the materials you're using, so that you can use a fireplace or fire or whatever else, and that's why it's there. So, you know, a lot of the buildings, we got the stables here near the main gate. Obviously a bunch of houses, the tents, because this is an occupied fortress, was not always owned by evil. They just took it over, and of course, you know, the orcs moved in. Might end up destroying a few of these buildings, but canonically this area was basically built up and used as a main fortress rather than an occupied fortress. Over here, really cool looking forge coming through from one of the side entrances. Yes, to get to the second level. So I was really struggling trying to figure out, because the walls, I mean, let's look at these. I mean, these walls are huge. I like them. I don't want to change that. But getting up to the second level was a bit of a challenge to make it look good. So what I ended up doing, and I hope you guys like the paths, but what I ended up doing, and I added in a tower. Mage, this is going to be for mages. But what I ended up doing was building up the mountain, so to speak. And you'll see areas like this. It's on purpose, because you can see obviously the ground layer. Didn't want to do everything that way. And of course grass spreads. So, I just figured I'll just leave it. If it spreads, it's only going to spread so far. But, yeah. And then up here, so this is how I ended up doing the entrance to get up here. This way, by the time I was done, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, it doesn't look half bad. But, yeah, so there we go. So, what I've done to do the netherrack, I was trying to do the fire too, but it doesn't work right, is I've literally just bound using World Edit. Love World Edit. All I'm doing is that. Basically, 2 out of every 100 blocks randomly are turned to netherrack out of dirt, because there's so much dirt here, so it really cuts down on the instance of netherrack. And then I just go back and hand lake them. Because it's supposed to be an evil place. Fire definitely fits in. So, see, you got 2 there. But, yep, that's pretty much. I just go around and just kind of randomly point and click. So I can get a few here and there. And now, you may be wondering why this is a big open area. The idea is, being that this is where, the Witch King of Angmar, or whoever happens to occupy this at any given time, can come out here to the end and address his troops in a big giant open area before they head off to start racking, sacking, and pillaging. And then I just literally come down, and we have to. The only reason I'm doing the netherrack is I honestly can't remember if the way the safety fire was done, if it will stay lit on any surface, or if he kept it as the netherrack, the same as regular fire, so it has to be on netherrack to stay lit. And yeah, you're going to get some inside. Not going to do those fires, mainly just for the outside. And forgive the cat who seems to want to participate in today's video. And yes, I did this myself, because what I was trying to do was using World Edit and a cylinder brush, is have it do the fire on not necessarily every piece of netherrack, but on 50-50. Well, you guys just work it out. But for whatever reason, the fire wasn't working. It works if I use MC Edit, but tired of going back and forth, since this is on the server. That involves me having to obviously download a piece of map, open up World Edit, change it, save it, re-upload it, restart the server, and yeah, that's just too much fast. So let's just do it this way. Yeah, the only downside to this cold biome is going to be the water freezes. That's the other disappointing part. You know, I could potentially change the biome so that it doesn't, but you know, this is supposed to be a cold area, and trying to keep it pretty much how it should be. So, unfortunately, you guys, when you go to play the main pack, that's just the way it's going to be. There's going to be cold, water's going to freeze. Like here, areas that haven't defrosted yet. But yeah, the fact this safety fire is the greatest thing ever. Don't have to worry about my structures burning, especially with some of these tents since they're made out of wool. And the last thing I want to happen is for it to burn to the ground. Alright, so now the next thing that we're going to do is, I've been looking at these walls. I mean, they look nice, they do. But the stone brick kind of is out of place for the feel of this particular build. So what I've been considering doing, we'll go here, so get this out, this out, this out, this out. Ooh, too far. Blocks. One more. Nope. Ah, rocks. There we go. There are specifically Angmar brick. So the plan, and that's what we're going to test today, because we can also do the black Gondor brick, but it only has the one type. It doesn't have a cracked variant, and that's kind of what I want. Let's see what else. That's gravel, don't know that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So, but yeah, so this is kind of, you can see I'm outside of the glass wall or ceiling. So the plan is to just, we're gonna do a brush with this block, and we're going to do them in probably about 85 and 15%. The only problem is, obviously stairs and slabs won't change, but that's fine. We can do those by hand if we have to. So first thing is, we have 459 and 459.1. Oops. Helps if I can type correctly. 85%, 459, 15%, 459:1. Go 16. And now the mask is going to be stone bricks. That way, the only thing that gets changed are the stone bricks. So let's take a look first. Like that. See, and then the other thing is the stone. I guess it doesn't have to be a stone, but let's see what we've got for a equivalent block that we can use that's dark. You know what? Let's take a look here. Because I want something that's dark but not too dark. And I'm thinking maybe abyssal stone might be. Don't want brick, don't want block. So I wonder. That may actually be fine. Alright, let's try that. Brush. That helps if I know the ID number. 26096. Brush here. 26096. 16. And then we go mask stone. Because we don't want to do anything but the stone. So I'm thinking, and then of course we can also do cobble, because there's an abyssal cobble. Let's take a look and see how that looks. Try and picture it before the stairs are changed, but okay, so let's do, because there is a cobble, this one right here, 2593.5. 516. Oop. I guess I gotta tell it sphere. And cobble is 4. So we'll do mask 4. And try that. I think I actually am fine with that. So go ahead and do all this first. I guess that one did change. We'll just do the stone brick first. Well, it's gonna change that too. I guess that's not such a bad thing. We'll see how I like it. I can always change that back. Ooh, up. Oh, out of the tree. Out of the tree. Here. Obviously that's a big wall here. Sure, why not? I'll just do that too, because why not? We'll see. Okay, I think that is all of that. We'll go here now. That's going to be kind of an issue, but nah, not much. I mean, this means you guys will have free access to some abyssal stone. Not going to be a big issue. The upside is, when this is done, if I am correct, of course I got to do the stairs and the slabs and all that other wonderful stuff, but you know, we can work that out. Here, got to do this too. Like I said, yeah, if it gets a little bit of abyssal stone everywhere, I think you guys will be alright with that, because of course you can just go through and mine it up if you want. here. Continue with what we were doing. Oh, I forgot some pink here. This was from when I was laying out where I wanted to do the walls, and apparently I missed a little bit. No big deal. Here, and there, and there. Might as well just finish this up. Oh, I was going to say, why is that not changing? And yes, there is plans. That's why the bridges just kind of end. So don't get your panties in the knicker. The nice thing with the 16 block radius is I can just pretty much get on one side of this and it'll get everything. Okay, that should be all of that. So now we go back and, oh, I missed a little bit down here. There we go. And now we just got to go back and do the cobble. Which I think is actually even going to hit some of the buildings, maybe? Which I'm fine with. Alrighty. Go back here. We got to finish all this. And like I said, being the big blot or the big brush should hit both sides, including some of the stuff inside. So I missed a spot down there. Nope, that's stairs. And oh, I missed a little bit right there. So we got that. Should finish that off. So we'll just go through and make sure if there's any cobble anywhere. Oh, that's a piston. Okay. Might as well just, for uniformity's sake, we don't want half a building changed. Of course, we're still going to get half a building changed anyway because there's so much not changed. So we're just going to try and make sure we get it all. If it gets down to it, I can always come back and redo a lot of this by hand, which would not be the first time. And we're just making sure. So this, because there is some stone in there, so might as well just make sure that's changed. Might as well, we gotta get this whole wall. Part of it is because of rendering. If I'm too far up, I won't see the change even though it's being changed. So that's why a lot of times you'll see it just suddenly pop in. In this case, it's not so much a lag issue as it is just too far away, too high up. Yeah, I just figured you guys, see, like right there, get close enough. I figured you guys would like to just see some of the stuff that I'm doing when I'm working on the dev. Because this is going to be one of the areas that is going to be available very soon, if all goes well. The plan, anyway. Yeah, see, that was one of those areas. Oh, don't want to do that yet. Not quite sure how I want to do. I just want to get the wall the best I can without hitting the main wall. Or this is going to get changed. Just haven't decided what material. I mean, maybe I'll use abyssal stone still. I don't know. Haven't quite decided. I don't want to leave it all stone. It's out of place. So I'm thinking I may end up using the abyssal stone everywhere. But don't know yet. Haven't decided. So we'll find out. Make a decision. We are going to change all the stone brick though. So even this. So might as well get that done too. And this, and this. And this, and this, and this. Back around the wall again. Never go too many times. So, but anyway, that's pretty much what I wanted to show. Probably be a couple episodes of this, at least, just to kind of let you guys into the realm of what I'm developing. I realize you guys are probably thinking it was going to be some master high-speed build. No, don't really do the time lapses, but, you know, I figured you guys would want to see how... Yeah, I think I like that. How I go about doing this kind of stuff when I'm working, because usually you guys get the screenshots of the stuff after I'm done. There we go. Make sure we're getting, might as well. Like I said, we want to go uniform. Plus I think the darker brick, at least on the houses, that gives the sense of corruption, which is something I am attempting to make happen, because, you know, let's be honest, we've got the bad guys took over this place. That's why everything has gone dark. That's stone, so this should be the cobble. There we go. That's the stone I was looking for. And then we go back here for the cobble. If you notice on this one, I didn't do like out there. Oh, look at that. What is, go here. Gotta fix it. Early on when I was trying to decide on the ground cover, I didn't have the mask set right, so even though it wasn't building quite, or it wasn't building stuff I didn't want, it was converting blocks I didn't want because I didn't have it set right. Since it's been taken care of, figured it out. But, and I repaired most of the damage, but as you saw back there, a couple of places I missed, but, you know, hey, it happens. And this one, there's going to be a lot of cobble in there. Go here, and here. See, like right here is one of those spots. And the ground on the inside of the wall happens to be right there. Fix this. Alright. But there you go. And I'll go back through here over time and end up replacing... Why did that not change? Oh, there we go. That's why. I'll go back through and change all the stairs, and I got a couple ideas on how to do mass change, so I can at least maybe get it narrowed down to, say, these kind. But if not, I'll do it by hand. It happens. And actually, more likely what I'll do is, like, do a section. You know, like, say, this area right here. And then just use World Edit to help copy and paste to make it faster. That's usually what I do because, you know, it's a lot of stairs to replace. It's a lot of wall. And I try not to make more work than I need to. So, yeah. Anyway, but thank you guys all for coming by. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Hope you guys enjoy it. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day.